Taya.
Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Fishy, fishy. How was your first day of kindergarten?
Good.
So what'd you do there? What'd you do in kindergarten today?
Well, when we got to the stairs to go down to the class, we had to hold the railing. We got into class, we had to find our chairs and our name on the table. I think we played a little bit. Oh, then we read a story. Then we read Miss Kindergarten Gets Ready for Kindergarten. Then we read the Rainbow Fish story. Then after the Rainbow Fish story, we made our fish that I have in my hand.
Cool.
After that, we played a little while. We didn't even color.
Okay.
We didn't have time.
You didn't have time? Okay.
We were looking for some music, but Mrs. Plus couldn't find it. Then we just went home.
So what'd you think of your very first day of kindergarten?
Good.
Good? Do you want to go back?
Yeah. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Give me the social skills and the emotional abilities that a child should have. Because, I mean, they're 4 or 5 years old. So what do they need to be ready to do when they walk out of that house?
Well, they should be able to follow directions. They should be able to express their needs and feelings in sentences. They should be able to say please and thank you. They should be able to separate from their parents without being very upset. In addition, they should be able to play with other children, take turns, share, and also very important is the ability to manage their own bathroom needs and manipulate buttons and zippers on clothing.
How much do they have to know in terms of ABCs and colors and that type of thing?
Right. I mean, there's no strict requirements for school entry, but most teachers will agree that if your child has a basic understanding of the ABCs, they can recognize their written name, and if they're starting to write their own name, that's very helpful. Also, if they can count from 1 to 10, recognize shapes and colors, identify body parts, also knowing their full name, their address, and their telephone number. These are all skills that are very helpful.
And all stuff that you can work on during the summer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, before it's time.
Good morning.
Good morning,
What's your name?
Elena.
And what is today?
The day for 4th grade to 3rd grade.
You're going to first grade today?
3rd.
You're going to third grade today?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yeah, little.
A little? How old are you?
8. 9.
What's your favorite color?
Purple and pink.
And what's your favorite movie?
Rapunzel.
What do you like to eat the best?
Little tiny pushed.
Oh, and what do you like to do the best?
Playground.
Do you like to play? What do you like to do in the playground?
Monkey bars.
Do you also have a favorite?
So that was our next stop at Jackson Park, Ms. Johnson's 3rd grade class.
Had enough room and you squeezed it there, make sure you wrote in a complete sentence.
You hear it all the time. How can a kid get through high school if they can only read at a 3rd grade level? Nobody, it seems, ever says 4th grade or 5th grade. Always 3rd grade. And here's why.
Kindergarten to 2nd grade, children are learning to read. When they get to 3rd grade, they begin to read for the purpose of learning. If you really read your activity sheet,
What the kids are doing here today, reading about the Girl Scouts, answering questions, learning history, understanding concepts, it's way different than it was in 1st grade.
It's huge. I mean, in 1st grade, I can still kind of help them a little bit along their way, but for the most part, when they're in 3rd and 4th grade, they have to do it on their own.
and if you don't have that before 3rd grade, then you end up in 8th grade on that 3rd grade level.
You just fall further and further behind the other
Exactly.
kids.
If there's no interventions, if there's nothing significantly and consistently implemented, then you fall further and further behind.
Now,
you're thinking, oh my gosh, tomorrow's the first day of school. Am I going to do good? What should I wear? What should I do? Am I going to ride the bus, or should I get driven to school for the first day? Who's going to be in my class? What's going to work out? What's not going to work out? What's going to be good to do? What's not going to be very smart? So it was just a lot of anticipation to get to go here. And then you're also excited, but then you're also nervous because it's school. I just got back and I just mastered my lock, which is kind of hard the first times until I get used to it. And I have it locked up. And that's all really that we have done today.
I went into middle school education, and specifically middle school, because I just enjoy the age group. They're fun, they're sponges, they're a little crazy. I felt from my own experience with coaching before I went into education, I work better with the middle level kid. People think middle school is more chaotic than it is. It's a great age to work with, and there's some drama, but not big, no.
Certainly, we have a dropout problem in this country, in our state, and locally, and ways that we can think about middle school as an important transition period to help students develop those academic skills that will sustain them and push them toward high school preparation, and so that they will not become a statistic 5-6 years down the road when they enter high school. Research has shown that the two largest indicators of those students who might be in danger of dropping out at the middle school level: poor poor school attendance and poor academic achievement. Those students who become disengaged in the middle school. So what can we do to ensure that students are engaged? And I think it goes back to those relationships between schools and parents and families, those communicating high expectations, understanding how students can be engaged in school through extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, because so often when students are involved in those kinds of experiences, they are more apt to do better in their academic classes and to want to come to school.